Hello everyone. So this is the decimal to hexadecimal conversion program. The algorithm has 6 steps here. So the first step is first to get the number into the accumulator, divide it by 10h, that is 16 in decimal, store the remainder, multiply the quotient by 0a, that is 10 decimal, add it to the remainder and store the result. We'll go through the algorithm step by step. So the first step is to get the number to the accumulator. Let us select 95 as the number here, but the 8051 understands the numbers only in hexadecimal. So even if you give if you know that it is 95 in decimal, but while writing it into the memory you have to write it in hexadecimal. You have to represent it in hexadecimal itself. So though the number is understood by the 8051 as 95 in hexadecimal, we shall write the algorithm to display the hexadecimal equivalent of the decimal 95. The second step is to divide the number by 10h, which is 16 in decimal. So 95 divided by 10h is quotient 9 and remainder 5. This you can just try it out on your calculators. Now to store the remainder in R1. So the remainder will always be, when you do a div operation in 8051, the remainder will be stored in the B register. So we store that again in R1 because we need this 5h later on to add it to the result, partial result. The fourth step is to multiply the quotient by 10 or to multiply the quotient by 0a h. 9 into 0a will give you 5a. The remainder is as it is. We've not touched the remainder as of now. The next step is to add the remainder 5h to 5a. In the previous step, when we multiplied a to 9, the quotient got 5a. Now we have to add 5a and 5. So 5a plus 5h is 5f. The hexadecimal equivalent of 95 decimal is 5fh. We go ahead and store the result in the memory location 30h. That is the last step of the algorithm. The assembly language program, I'll just briefly tell you what happens here. So bring the number 95 to the accumulator. You have to divide 95 by 10h. So first bring that number to B and then div a b. When you say div a b, the quotient will be saved in accumulator and the remainder will be stored in B, and whatever is in B, the remainder, it is stored to R1 because we need that again. Then we store 0a in B because we want to multiply the quotient by 0a. So mul the quotient and 0a, mul ab, and then to that you add the remainder which was stored in R1. So we get the result and store the result in the memory location 30h. So that is the program here. We'll go over to Keil and see how the program will be executed. So we have a program here, 60 decimal to hexadecimal conversion. You just save it, translate it, build it, debug it. We're going to store the result in 30h, so we've made this ready. Next, we'll execute it step by step. First we're going to move the number 95 to A. So we got it here. Then we have to divide it by 10h. So first bring that to register B. So in B we have 10H. The next instruction will be to divide A by B. So in A we'll have the quotient, and in B we'll have the remainder 5. We need the remainder once again to add it to the partial result, so we move it to R1. Next we want to multiply the quotient by 0A, so we first move 0A to B and multiply. So when we multiply we get the result 5A. And then we add the remainder which was stored in R1, that is 5. We add it to 5A, which becomes 5F. So the result is 5F. So 95 in decimal is equal to 5F in hexadecimal. The last step is to store the result here, 5F, and terminate the program. So this is about the conversion of decimal to hexadecimal. I hope you understood this program. Try this program with another example other than 95. Stay home, stay safe, and I'll come back with another program very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.